we may know as Cousin Jeb Duke, Chris Hensel. How are we doing today, Chris?
Good. How are you doing?
Your claim to fame, Cousin Jeb Duke. Great.
So, oh yeah.
So I'm excited to have you on. We were connected through, I think, your producer, and it's amazing to see what's going on with some of the stuff. So we are going to kind of start with you. Tell us about your acting career, how you got into it, and then we'll get into Dukes of Hazzard. We'll get into what you're doing now. So just kind of how you got started in that industry, what you're doing. That's
all right. Well, many years ago, I went to the University of Pittsburgh as an engineer major, and my daughter just graduated USC now as a mechanical engineer. After all, I didn't like engineering. My whole family was in it, so I went into some music and stuff, and I just took off after a couple of years and went to New York City. I worked with Don Brockett in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Jeff Brockett on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Okay. And did a bunch of variety shows. So I sang and acted and danced right there in Pittsburgh, and then went to New York and started doing, some off-Broadway and things like that. And then ended up helping a director drive out to California and got into a big audition with the Dukes, and that started off my television career. So
wow, you're a rebel like me. My family's full of accountants. That's why I went truck driving, and I'm an artist. And get the heck out of that way, right?
Yeah.
So what was it like to be? I mean, Dukes of Hazzard. I'm a super big fan. I don't think I missed an episode. And of course, I'm sure most of the world's in love with Daisy Duke. So what was it like? What was it like to be on the show? Give us some of those. I don't know if you could share some of the background stuff maybe that happened or what.
Oh yeah, there was. It was always exciting. It was the beginning of the third season of the show, and typical Hollywood contract messes, this and that, and you get here and you get in there, but it was just a lot of fun. So we did a lot on the Warner Brothers studio lot in Hazard County Square, and then we did a lot on a 2,000-acre farm about an hour and a half west of Hollywood, where they did all the second unit shooting and all the stunts and the jumps. And then, of course, the Boar's Nest, Uncle Jesse's Farm, all the, several scenes that are always cut out, like a dinner scene and things like that. And then always something happening in action. It just started my career, and the guys, everybody was super, super cool, super friendly, and it was a heck of a lot of fun. And it was something you got paid to do it. It was amazing. So.
Yeah. Now, do you keep in touch with these folks? That I'm sure the original series ended a while ago.
We just did a show. I just did a big show with Muscle King's Car Shows out in Bakersfield, California, with Tom Wopat, Catherine Bach, Wade Jennings, the grandson of Waylon, Rick Hurst, Byron Cherry, and myself. We were out there, and we had it was a beautiful, beautiful weekend, big racetrack, and over 6,000 people. It was a blast.
Oh, that's great. Well, that's a good segue, because my next question was going to ask what you're doing now. So it sounds like you're still on tour and still working in the area. Tell us what you're doing, because you've done everything from real estate to acting to musician. You've done a lot, right?
Well, we did. There are off times with an actor's career, as always. And I got started in music. I sang country music way back in the day, in the 70s. And then I got into Broadway and things like that. But then, I always went to New York, went to LA, went to Pittsburgh, auditioned all over because my family was to visit. And then I did real estate in between because,
because you can.
But now what happened is about 9 years ago, I got throat cancer, so I can't sing anymore. Right. So, and now, as you can hear, my voice is always rough. Good days and bad days, but I can't sing. So now I reinvented myself. I just finished a show in Kentucky, the Dream Motel with Chip Rossetti. And we did that, and then I met a whole bunch of people. So I'm going to film. What I did was I changed my whole career.
Okay.
And I wanted to do something kind of like an honoring of family-friendly TV and films like the Dukes of Hazzard.
Right.
I wrote a kind of family, wholesome, faith-based, movie that you could bring the whole family to. And we're going to shoot it in Tennessee, Kentucky, and I'm going to Kentucky, as a matter of fact, Memorial Weekend. I'll be there all weekend. I got to look at my own thing. I'm going to be in Oak Grove, Kentucky.
Okay.
At the spring into summer salute to Fort Campbell.
Okay.
I'm going to be with Branscombe Richmond. He's a big, he was on the Renegades with Lorenzo Lamas, and he's a big advocate for film. Now, the film commissioner of Kentucky is going to be there. Several stars. Josh Turner is going to be singing Saturday night, May 25th. And I'll be there Saturday and Sunday, May 25th and May 26th, with a good friend of mine, Hazard Life, and Ken Mahan and his General Lee and the Hazard County cop car. And we'll have a whole bunch of pictures and memorabilia from Dukes of Hazzard. But then you got to remember also, Saturday mornings, I was Captain California on the Kids Superpower Hour. So half live, half cartoon. And I had another 14 songs on national television, and that ran for a couple years. So, but I'm writing. The reason why Jesus Cifuentes, my line producer from San Antonio, Texas, got a hold of you is because I'm looking for financing for this Salvage Yard Shine Boys, this coming of age music, car chases, a lot of truck scenes. I need a lot of trucks, a lot of docks. Okay. And then I wanted to tie it together with we haven't had a good American trucking movie since the 90s.
Right.
So I'm writing kind of combination of BJ and the Bear and Smokey and the Bandit and a good love story involving American trucking companies. Okay. So what we're doing is right now I'm going out there to meet with Branscombe and to meet with the Kentucky Film Commission and a lot of friends and people who are coming out to meet me who own trucking companies or auto parts or anything like that, because I'm doing independent low budget films, $1.5 million still. It's
not too low budget. I'm low budget, Chris. Let's talk low budget.